Hey everybody, it's Moonbo here, and welcome back to some of that good old endless scrap mechanic. In today's video, we are going to be revisiting the Jumbo builds. Now, if you haven't checked it out already, the last video I made like a Jumbo fan and a Jumbo blender, and that's kind of in the kitchen part. So in this video though, we are going to be checking something out that is not related to that, and I'm going to keep it dynamic with the Jumbo builds. So here we go, we have an awesome Jumbo pinball machine, and I am extremely excited to show you guys this really cool creation. There's quite a bit into it, so I'm going to try my best to explain everything and the process that went into building this cool thing, and then we're gonna play some pinball. So let's get up and close to this gigantic thing. Alright, so here we are right at the base of this pinball machine, and this gives you a general idea of just how big it is. And you can see it's kind of weird looking. I was going to put some legs on it and stuff, and I realized there was a couple things that I wanted to be able to do, and this is kind of like the design that I ended up with. There's a lot of detail and a lot of thought that went into this build, some things that I couldn't do, unfortunately. So here, though, this is just like a coin slot that doesn't actually do anything, but I mean, if you wanted to put a coin in there, you could imagine doing that. There's a bunch of buttons. You can see there's actually like the buttons on either side here for the flippers, but the easiest thing to do really is I'll quickly hop into the seat here and I'll show you guys a few things, and then once we go from there I can actually kind of explain some more detail. So in the seat though, you can see we have a lot of buttons, guys. So the 1 and 2 key, of course, are the ones on either side of you there, and those are your flippers. So if I just kind of situate the camera here, there we go. You can see now we have the left flipper like that and the right one. I'm going to explain how I designed these ones in a moment though. We're just going to go through these buttons first. So the 3 and the 4 key are actually the tilt, and that is why this build looks kind of funny. You can see here I can actually tilt the entire machine to the left. I can tilt the entire machine to the right as well. So you can use that to your advantage if the ball is stuck somewhere, or if you want to kind of steer the ball. I mean, you're not supposed to tilt the pinball machine, guys. There's rules against that, but sometimes rules are meant to be broken. So, moving on now, you can see here number 5. This is actually, honestly, this is one of my favorite parts of this build. You can see here I made the pullback mechanism that a traditional pinball machine would use, right? So you can see here, it actually does compress and it shoots upward. Now, I was going through a few variations of this part of the build. This build did take me like the better part of this week to finish up. But as you can see, it doesn't go very fast anymore, so it doesn't work. It's totally glitchy. The ball goes right through it. So I kind of left it there to just give it that extremely pinball aesthetic. So I mean, it looks really cool. And I'll go into a little more detail later on in the video with that one. So the 6 key is actually the ball dispensing key. So there is no animation or anything. When you press it, it'll dispense a ball. I'll show that as well afterwards. The 7 key, that is the on and off switch, so you can actually turn the entire machine off like so. Everything will stop moving, the lights will all turn off, and then when you press the 7 key, the whole pinball machine lights up. You got the stars all lit up. You can actually see, you know, of course, I got like that little Moonbo kind of logo thing going on, or the intro there. I wasn't too sure what I was going to theme this pinball machine, so I ended up going with like just like a moon, kind of my logo in the center there with the light and the whole spectrum. So I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. So moving on though, 8 is that red key right there, and this one is actually the score reset button. And of course, we're going to talk about the scoreboard up there a little bit later on in the video as well. And then 9 is your door to the inside. So once you press 9, you can actually get out of your seat like so, and you can actually walk right into the pinball machine. So here we go. We are now inside this pinball machine, and it's actually a lot of fun to kind of explore everything and get an idea of what is going on in here. I mean, it looks pretty wacky, but I mean, pinball machines don't really make much sense, do they? So I used some wheels here on some engines, so you can actually see they're just kind of spinning. These are kind of situated around here a little bit, and those don't necessarily move the ball of like a lot. They actually just kind of steer it in certain directions. This is where the balls can actually get moved around quite a bit, is when the ball is up in here and trapped, it starts to collect quite a few points because there is a sensor right here. So we can quickly talk about the scoreboard. So up here, you can see this is a scoreboard that I got off of the Steam Workshop. Now, I honestly have like no idea with the logic, so I had to check it out. I found a really good one. I'll put the name of the creator on the screen right here, so you can imagine me downloading something from the workshop and stuffing it right into this build. So it doesn't work exactly as intended, but it is a counter. So what happens is all of these sensors are hooked up to this counter right here, and once the counter fills up and ends up all the way in this end right here, you get, like, well, here you can actually see it says score +1 ball. So every time you fill the bar up, you get to get a bonus ball. Now the thing is, I'm having a bit of a hard time here. The ball would normally go right here. I'm going to try and weld it once I start playing. And once you get a full score, the ball will actually come out of this little opening right here, and then you'll have 2 balls at once. I mean, nothing's stopping you from doing that on your own anyway, but it's kind of just to have a little bit of a game. So you can see the score is counting in a very strange way, and that is because it's intended to be like a 1-button counter, and I actually put all of these sensors here. So you can see there's actually a bumper right here that if I can jump up here, you can see there's some suspension right here, and over here there's one that you can rest right there. There's a couple more bumpers here. This is actually the hardest spot to get because you get the most points here, because when you're rolling down, as you can see, it doesn't go away for a while, so it fills that up extremely fast, and then of course your ball would roll along this way and then right back down to your paddle here. So there's a whole bunch of interaction. You can see for yourself once you start playing with it as well, because of course this is on the Steam Workshop, but there's all sorts of cool things that the ball can do. Sometimes some things are rarer than others, but nonetheless, guys, this is a whole bunch of fun. So this is the play area. We are going to move up into the back area here. Alright, so here we go. This is the back area. This is behind the scoreboard and the front screen there. You can see this is where all the balls are. So I ended up making like a little bit of a feeding system. So once you get this off of the workshop, you'll have all 6 of these balls located up here. And what you would do, of course, is just delete the blocks there. And I would suggest you only do 2 at a time, because it does get extremely laggy if you have any more than that. That's just unfortunate kind of things with Scrap Mechanic. But I'll be doing that in one quick moment here. We are just going to quickly jump back out of this seat, and I'm just going to show you guys under here. I can break this open really quickly, and you can see that this is actually just some of the modded long suspension with some of the modded thrusters as well. So the thrusters just compress the suspension, and then once you let go, the suspension re-expands, and you get that really, really neat effect going on. Alright, so I'm just going to set up a few things, guys, and then we are going to start playing some pinball. Alright, so everything is set up, and I wanted to take this moment to show you guys what it's like to take this thing off of the lift. So this is the pinball machine on the lift. You can see it's obviously all flat. Now, let's go over to the lift here. Alright, delete that, and here we go. You can actually see that it will slowly start to lean in this one direction here, like that, and it just kind of plops over. Whoa, the sign is actually pretty wobbly, but it's on 2 bearings, so it stays pretty strong, and you can see it does maintain its position. So I thought that was pretty neat, actually, and that's why I designed it that way, so you can actually just kind of pop it down wherever. Alright, so we are going to open this up. It's all ready to go, guys. I am going to come right up here. I think I'm going to take my own advice and just put 1 ball there and another one there. So the way it does work, though, is it's on a timer system, so when I press that 6 key I was talking about earlier, this ball will feed out and fall out. Maybe it might take a couple presses of the button, and this one, of course, will slowly make its way to the end, and as you press it, you get more and more balls. So I really did want this thing to work down here in the corner. I tried, but it just doesn't work. Alright, so in the seat we go. We press the 9 key to shut that one right there. So we'll press 7, get this entire machine started. I want to get like a nice view here of at least the score and the entire board. There we go. This is perfect, guys. Let's press the 6 key, and we are now playing some Moonball. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. The ball is out, and we are ready to go. Alright, so there we go. You can see it works pretty good. Oh, man, that was alright. I thought we were going to maybe score some points off of that one. I forgot to mention, too, guys, you can see there's double flippers here. We can actually use this secondary flipper to get some extra push on that ball. Oh, and we just made a glitch ball. That is extremely unfortunate. That ball just lost itself. Alright, lost a ball, didn't get any points. It went down the middle. That's no good. So here we go. There we go. As I have said before, the ball does come out after you press the 6 key. Alright, I don't want to lose this ball as quickly. Whoa, that doesn't even make sense. How did that just happen? I just got like half points. What? Okay, some crazy things can happen. I just jumped up on that ledge. I want to get the... Oh, well, I guess I can't actually get the bonus ball because I didn't actually put it there, but even just to fill that. Alright, so there we go. As you can see, guys, the ball is now stuck, so I am going to use the tilt to my advantage. Like I said, though, you're not supposed to. Ooh, that was an accident. Alright, let's settle this back out. That one almost went in. Oh, points! Yeah, there we go. So that's another little thing that it does there. Go ball. Oh, I'm getting some of the reverse points on that windmill. Oh, that was a bad one. So, one of the biggest challenges of this creation was actually getting the right angle of slope. And the reason that was so difficult was because I was really trying to balance the falling of the pinball. Oh, yeah, we got it. There we go. As you can see, guys, up in the top right, you can see that the thing opened up, and it would have dispensed the ball that was there, so you can definitely do that. Come on now. Can we get that ball? There's a reason why I put tilt on this. So, as you can see, though, the scoreboard is now full, and you can press the 8 key, and that will reset the entire scoreboard, and you can have yourself another game. So let's try and make things happen. Oh, there we go. That was off the bumper there. I mean, this ball is still in play. All right. It does hit the glass there sometimes. I did definitely think about removing the glass entirely, but there was something about the build that just didn't feel right to me. Oh man, it's going crazy up there, getting mad points. Oh, look at that. Alright, let's see what happens. I really want to get it up in that top right there. Sorry, the top left. Oh, I almost had it. That is the hardest spot to get to. I've only gotten there once, and I've been testing this thing for a while. Maybe that paddle is in the way. Ah, there we go. It went under the windmill. No, don't... Oh, okay. I thought I was about to lose that ball. Oh, no. I'm really hoping that the glitching... Oh, as I... Speak of the devil, the glitching, guys. I really hope that they kind of fix that soon. Alright, guys, so there you have it. It is another Jumbo creation. Probably my favorite one to date. One of my favorite creations I've ever made, actually, is this awesome pinball machine. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the build. So, of course, if you did, make sure you guys hit that like button. It'll definitely let me know you guys are enjoying the content, you're enjoying the endless scrap mechanic, and we will just keep on going. So with that said, if you haven't already subscribed for Endless Scrap Mechanic, I really suggest you do, because that's what we got going on here. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one, so bye for now.